Fall is in the air and dope things still happen. All right, so I'm just going to do a voiceover of a spread that I did just using fall stickers. So for those who are already One Dope planners, you will be getting a fall sticker freebie. I guess that's what we'll call it. Yeah, fall sticker freebie. Now, they may not have all of these other stickers on here. Like this lady, she's not on there because that's copyrighted. That whiskey thing right there, yeah, that won't be on there either. Unless I can figure out how to, I guess, extract it, because of copyright laws and all that. So this is me planning using some of the stickers that I have. But that whole set that was on there, like the whole set that was on there, you will get those. In fact, after recording this, I actually went back and redid them because if you will see like later on in here, they're a little granular. So I increased the density. So this is the stuff that I do. Like this is kind of like my therapy when I'm not, it's like my coloring, which is creating. So these are the ones I created that you'll be getting directly from me. That little technique right there, though. So I'm going to go over some techniques. So that technique was the layering effect. I always put some type of scripture on there, honey, like, because I need to be focused for the month. And I just took that one out of Psalms 23. Did I take it? No, it wasn't out of Psalms 23. Yeah, James 1:4. Yeah, that part. Okay. I was looking at Psalms 23. That's a whole nother. All right, so back to the task at hand. So the sheet that you see right now is not what you're going to be getting if you're already a One Dope planner. So all of the existing One Dope planners who have purchased will be getting this freebie for fall. Again, it was just something I put together. So you'll be getting individual files. Actually, the September will come in 3 different colors. And you just will have to drag and drop. You won't have to do all the cropping. Like I said, the creative team showed me how to use the cropping feature. Well, this different type of cropping feature and a different way to kind of upload the stickers. This sticker is not in the pack. It's actually from another designer. I actually really like her because she has really good skin tones, different skin tones for everyone. So I'll have to tag her in the YouTube post for sure. But she's a great designer, has great things. All right, again, so the taping feature, and I'll talk about it a little bit more later, but the taping feature here, all I'm using is the color dropper. And with the color dropper, I'm just changing the tapes from a previous monthly. I usually use that for when I'm traveling, so I can kind of mark that out. If there's a meeting, I can mark that out. I just reuse these color blocks. I don't recreate them because once they fit, it's like, why recreate the wheel? I just kind of copy and paste them. I may change the color for the palette. I do like the dropper because the dropper, if you have an inspiration from a picture or something like that, you can use the dropper to keep everything aesthetic. So that's what I do. So that's what I use, that green from that pumpkin. Everything else came from that actual picture that was up there. And these are meetings that I know I have. And so I'm just putting those blocks in place, and then I'll go back and fill them in. And then let's see what else we got here. So this is, again, me just putting it in place. You can actually have a key. Some people have a key. Like they know that the green is certain types of meetings, or maybe kid stuff or organizational stuff, so that way you can kind of look at it. I highly suggest that. Actually, the dates that you see on here, actually you'll be getting 30 of them. So these are just some of the ones that you'll get. You won't have to crop them. Again, they're individual. It's just drag and drop, put them in place, and you can use them as headers. So we got the top 30 headers that are used for planning that you can use in your digital planner. I'm just using that in general for some events that will happen that I have. So I will go back and look at different planner sets just to see where I need to lay things out and like kind of compare. So that's exactly what I did. Now for the days of the week, again, you will not have to do what I'm doing right here. That you will get the same ones though, but you won't have to do this. That will all be an individual. So again, drag and drop. You don't have to do any of that. But I'm glad I'm showing that because you can crop things. So here I'm cropping out each day of the week individually. You will not have to do this. It's already done. It's drag and drop. But the second part of this, I recommend people do regardless of the digital stickers that they have. Because if you're using the days of the week headers, you want them to all be the same size. And here's the trick to do that. So I drag and drop them, or how I cropped them here. I copy, lasso all of them, and then I resize them. I personally start resize based off of the day Wednesday, because Wednesday is the longest word in the days of the week. And then once I have that one done, I'm just dropping from there. Again, when I set this up, I set it up one time. I lasso the whole thing, which I'll show at the end, as an element, and I save it. So that new feature in Goodnotes and in Note Shelf, I believe it's called save as a sticker or something like that. In Note Shelf, you can do the exact same thing. So totally lifesaver. All right, this feature that I'm using, I'm just using the text box. Now you cannot do this in Note Shelf. This is one of the things I do like about Goodnotes. If you go to text box and you go to advanced, that tab opens. You can actually put like a color background, and I'm just pressing the return sign, the return button on the keyboard to make it lengthen that way. And that's where I got all of that background. So I'll use that for like color blocks if I'm going to stack stuff on top of it. This sticker for like a to-do list, after I did it, of course I didn't want it there, but after I did it, I went back and I didn't like the different colors. So the one that y'all will get, the line is one color and the little dot is something different. So it's two colors. The new tape feature, so this is new, so this is why I'm doing this, and it's kind of looking crazy, is there was an update that I didn't know about with the tape feature, which they've added another update since then, where you can toggle where it would only do horizontal. So people have used this tape feature. It was originally made for students who are studying, so you can put the answer below. You can tap it and then put the answer below, right? You tape over the answer, that part. And then people start using it in a creative way. Like I used like using it like this as like lines, right? So, but before the newest update, you could, for some reason my lines are all off, and that's why they kind of look like a little crazy. But they did a new update, so now everything is horizontal. For the checklist, I realized I needed more to-dos, like I need more stuff to do for some reason. And I just used the crop feature to add more, so I kind of like that part. The other part that we're going to be looking at now is, the little paint swatches. What do we use the paint swatch for? So the paint swatch actually will come as a third color. I use these for headers mostly. I don't use it for anything else but just headers. But there's 3 colors, and again, they're all individual. All right, so let's try this again. All right, so the hexagons are actually my favorite. I think I talked about the fact that the new planner, like the sneak peek, I've talked about it a couple times. We went with the honeycomb theme. We're still working on that though. But in this one, I use circles. I do like circles too, but I use them only on this little section over here, or I'll use it to like write like random notes, just to kind of section out things. But what I'll use it for is for my links. So I use the link system is also in Goodnotes and in Note Shelf a lot. And I'll use it, I use the weekly spread as my hub, but I'll link the text. So the keyword, you only can link the text. I'll link the text to other sections of the planner, so I'm not doing extra steps. I'm right here in the weekly view, and I'll like for my accountability section, and I'll have it at I'll link it to the most recent part for that week. Like the budget, it'll be for whatever that month I'm in. it'll take me directly there. So I'm not doing, like, it eliminates probably 3 steps. Again, it's all about being productive. And I'll do this in the first day of the week when I'm planning for the rest of the week. I'll make sure that those links are set up for that. I'll do the whole month if I'm, feeling adventurous. But the time blocking piece is probably my most crucial thing that I do. I use this feature where it's under the pen setting where you draw the shape, and it'll close it to snap it, and then it'll fill it in the middle. So I'll use that for time blocking. You can take that centerpiece out if you tightly lasso it and move it out. So go back and replay that. I did it up top. Right now I'm just putting all my standing meetings in place. Again, if you tap the actual shape, you can reshape it. All right, so that's right there. All right, and then I'll color code it based off of meetings, events, personal things, all of that, especially if they're standing meetings. I'll have all of those in play. So this is just me doing all of that. And sometimes I'll just copy and paste, especially if the way it's blocked. Because if it's an hour, I use 2 blocks. If it's an hour and a half, I'll use like 3 blocks. And again, I just go back and recolor. Just, recolor code them. And so this is what I'm doing right now. So again, you can use a palette. You can have color coding based off of types of meetings. So if you visually, or if you just want it to look aesthetic. That too, right? That part. So I'm just going around and doing that. Then what I'll do is I will lasso this whole page and create one big element out of it. So that's me changing all the colors. Now I'm putting the dates on here. So you can either type the dates, again, change the colors, and put it on there. The new one, not these, the new one allows room for that. And there's even one that actually has a little pumpkin in the place where you can just either put a typed letter or you can use your regular handwriting. So there's 2 different options. So we added that one at the last minute. I thought it was kind of cute. Just for the weekly titles. Again, y'all, when I say I do this one time, sometimes you won't even see that. I'll use a little highlighter and call it a day. Because it's nice to be cute, but it's all about being productive at the end of the day. So this is just me using my handwriting. I am going to come out with a video. I did find a little hack for handwriting to make that a lot smoother. So I'll probably have somebody do that in a reel for us. For dots, I just literally do a dot. It's that simple, and I just resize it, duplicate it. I'll duplicate all 3 of those. Then I'll do the exact same. I'll duplicate all 3, drop them. Again, I do this one time. So y'all get the theme. I do it one time and I save it as a whole element or like one big sticker. And I will use that for the other weeks. And I'll have the whole month pretty much done pretty quick. This is the only part. So for me, this is like coloring. It's my little kind of downtime. So, I may have some white noise, maybe listening to some devotional or some type of inspirational mindset video on YouTube. More recently, I've been listening to Myron Golden and Miles Monroe, and I love me some Mel Robbins too. I love that girl. And then also E.T., Eric the Hip Hop Preacher. So I'll listen to him too. While I'm doing all of this, kind of not killing 2 birds with 1 stone, but just keeping positivity as I'm getting my life together. These flags, I love these flags. We actually redid them. They're in the same colors, but you can kind of see how they're blurry. I know it's because they're big, but I like them. So here's what I do with that bottom section. I use those flags. So sometimes you can use them as to-dos. You can use them also as date things for up top. But I'll use these for like subjects, like maybe emails to make, calls to make, people to close, appointments to set. I'll use it for a subject and put it on there. All right, these little flags, I thought they would be cute for the weekend, but I ain't like it. I think it's because there's just too much going on with the paint swatches. So I was trying to use the tape again. Remember, they got a new update. That's why that didn't work. It'll work now. And my line was too thin. So what I decided to do is make the box, take that little centerpiece out of it. Notice I grabbed too much. And I'm just using that little highlighted centerpiece. And I'll write weekend or travel. So when I'm looking at the week, I can remember that I have a travel day that week. So I'm just highlighting the whole thing, saving it as an element to the collection. And I'll duplicate that on the next week, put it in place. So I have one for both sides that I saved. And all I'm doing is going into the week, dropping that element, dropping the element, and I just have to go in and change the dates. So I'm changing the dates for September. That's me doing it for the type font. And then you'll also see it for the regular font too, where I'm just using my handwriting. And that's pretty much it. The thing that I think we did change, oh yeah, we did change this. It'll go back to the weekly section. You know how because of the new tape feature in Goodnotes I was telling about, and then there's been 2 updates since there. Well, I ain't like how that looked. It kind of looks, it didn't look right. So what I did is I said, well, let me use the hexagons, because y'all know I love the hexagons, which really I love octagons, not hexagons, because of the honey, right? Because of the whole new honey concept that's coming up. And I tried it here and it doesn't look right. It looks great with octagons, not hexagons. I think those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, those are hexagons. And I scrapped that whole thing. So I went back to my old trusty, and I learned this trick from somebody else. Just press and hold to make lines. And then using your pen, whatever thickness you want the line to be. And then because of the duplicate feature, I just duplicated. And I mean, I probably could have made like more, and just use a different type of color, and there's your lines. You ain't got to make lines. And I save that as an element too. Then we go back, save that whole thing as an element. We can go and update those pages. But if you are a One-Dope planner, you will get this for free in the freebie, so stay tuned for that. This is what the individual stickers will look like, what you'll get. So this September sticker freebie is a way for us to say thank you for your support for purchasing or referring the One-Dope planner. So this is our thank you to you, because we do know planning is really dope with One-Dope planner.